The galaxy had learned to whisper the AlienQueen's name. Not out of superstition, exactly, but out of respect mixed with fear. Queen Aurelice of the Velothi Dominion had ruled longer than most stars remembered their own formation. Entire civilizations had risen, flourished, and faded into cosmic dust during her reign. Wars ended when she spoke. Trade routes bent to her will. And yet, despite all her power, there was one truth every historian agreed upon. The queen had lost something long ago. No one knew exactly what it was. Only that after its disappearance, the Velothi changed. Their expansion slowed. Their songs grew quieter. Their queen, once known for walking among her people, retreated behind veils of protocol and silence. The galaxy adjusted, as it always did, but it never forgot the moment when Queen Aurelice withdrew from the world. I never expected to be part of that story. I was a reclamation pilot, one of thousands who scraped a living by salvaging debris from dead systems and forgotten wars. My ship, Wayfarer's Luck, was old, stubborn, and held together by parts that technically shouldn't have fit together. But she flew, and that was enough. I specialized in places no one wanted to go anymore. Like the Shatter Belt of Eric's 9. The belt was the aftermath of an ancient conflict, its origin lost to time. Broken stations, derelict warships, and fragments of alien megastructures drifted endlessly in slow, lethal orbits. Scanners hated the place. Insurance companies laughed at you if you mentioned it, which meant, of course, there was profit to be made. That was how I found it. The signal wasn't strong, barely a whisper beneath the static of background radiation. A rhythmic pulse, repeating every 47 seconds. Too deliberate to be natural. Too old to belong to anything modern. I followed it through twisting corridors of wreckage until my ship's lights fell upon something that made my breath catch. A vessel. Not wrecked. Not broken. Sleeping. It was unlike anything I'd seen. Sleek, crescent-shaped, its surface composed of a translucent crystalline material that shimmered faintly, as if remembering light. No weapons. No visible engines. Just symbols etched along its hull that made my head ache when I looked at them too long. My onboard AI struggled to identify it. Design origin unknown, it finally reported. Estimated age, exceeding current galactic records. Against my better judgment, I docked. Inside, the ship felt alive. Not sentient, exactly, but aware. The corridors responded subtly to my presence, lights blooming softly ahead of me. At the center chamber, I found it. A crystalline sphere, suspended in a field of gentle energy. The moment I stepped closer, the pulse I'd been tracking synchronized with my heartbeat. I didn't understand what it was, but I understood one thing very clearly. This was important. The sphere responded when I reached out, its surface rippling like water disturbed by a falling leaf. Images flooded my mind, stars forming, civilizations singing, a voice woven into reality itself. And beneath it all, a sense of profound grief. I staggered back, gasping. My AI's voice trembled. Object emitting quantum-entangled psionic signatures, matching Velothi royal records. My blood ran cold. Say that again. This object matches archival references to the heart of Aurelice, the AI repeated. Status. Presumed lost for over 12,000 years. The heart of Aurelice. The greatest mystery in the galaxy. According to legend, it was not a weapon nor a tool, but a living repository containing the emotional and cultural essence of the Velothi people, bound directly to their queen. When it vanished during a cataclysmic event, the queen survived, but something fundamental was torn from her. And now it was floating in front of me, in a forgotten graveyard of stars. I had a choice. sell it, and become unimaginably rich, assuming I survived the inevitable consequences. Hide it and walk away from history. Or return it. I didn't know why I chose the third option. Maybe it was the grief I'd felt through the sphere. Maybe it was the way the galaxy suddenly felt like it was holding its breath, waiting to see what I'd do. I set a course for the Velothi core. Getting permission to approach Velothi space took weeks. My message, carefully worded, deliberately vague, triggered protocols I didn't even know existed. Entire fleets repositioned. Diplomatic channels lit up. Every major power suddenly wanted to know what a nobody Salvager was doing flying toward the Queen's domain. When I finally arrived, I understood why. The Velothi capital world was breathtaking. Rings of living architecture spiraled above the planet, connected by arcs of light. Space itself seemed calmer there, as if unwilling to disturb what lay within. I was escorted to the royal sanctum aboard a vessel that dwarfed my ship effortlessly. Queen Aurelius awaited me in a chamber that felt more like a memory than a place. She stood tall and radiant, her form composed of flowing bioluminescent patterns that shifted with her thoughts. Her eyes, ancient and impossibly deep, fixed on me the moment I entered. "You carry something that no longer belongs to time," she said. Her voice wasn't loud, but it resonated in my bones. I swallowed. "I believe I found what you lost, Your Majesty." The chamber changed. The air thickened. The light dimmed. Every attendant, every guard, froze in place as if the universe itself had paused to watch. I activated the containment field and revealed the sphere. For the first time in recorded history, Queen Aurelius froze. Her patterns stilled. Her light dimmed to a fragile glow. One trembling hand reached out, stopping just short of touching the heart. "It lives," she whispered. The galaxy held its breath. What followed was not immediate celebration. It was mourning. The Queen dismissed everyone except me. The heart was placed between us, its pulse growing stronger, brighter, as if recognizing her presence. When she finally touched it, the room filled with sound. Not noise, but song. A song of loss, endurance, and memory. Tears, actual tears of liquid light, fell from her eyes. "I thought it destroyed," she said softly. "Torn apart when my people were scattered." "What is it?" I asked quietly. She looked at me, truly looked at me, and I felt the weight of her gaze strip away every pretense. "It is our past," she said, "and our future." When I was crowned, the heart bound itself to me. It carried not power, but connection. When it vanished, I ruled, but I ruled alone. Restoring it was not simple. The heart had been dormant for millennia, surviving but disconnected. Reintegrating it risked overwhelming the Queen, or destabilizing the Velothi entirely. Entire councils debated for days. Scientists, philosophers, and seers argued until their voices grew hoarse. And all the while, the galaxy watched. Markets fluctuated. Fleets stood by. Old enemies reconsidered ancient grudges. Because if Queen Aurelius returned to wholeness, everything would change. In the end, the Queen made the decision herself. The reintegration ritual took place at the heart of the capital, broadcast across Velothi space. I stood at the periphery, a silent witness to history. As the heart merged with her, waves of energy rippled outward, not destructive, but harmonizing. Worlds felt it. People felt it. A sense of closure, long absent, settled across the dominion. Queen Aurelius collapsed. For one terrible moment, I thought I had doomed her. Then she rose.